Certain weekends are just special. Relaxing with friends, indulging your passion, getting some nice walks in on the beach, those are all awesome elements to have a nice weekend. Add cars to the mix and place those elements in northern Florida, and you end up with the Amelia Island Concours weekend. I personally have never missed a Concours weekend since my first attendance, and I vow never to do so because Amelia Island is that special. On your first day of the weekend, you have to pay a visit to the auctions. All of the major houses are there. In this video, we visit RM Sotheby's and Gooding & Company. There's an awful lot to see, so stay tuned and enjoy part 1 of what is undoubtedly my favorite car weekend of the year. Okay, so we're at RM Sotheby's. It's nice because today is Thursday, so it's very quiet, but we're just going to take a look around and see what notable stuff is here. Alright, so here's a cool car, Lamborghini LM002, and I was just remarking, it's so funny how many lugs are on those wheels. Look at that, just got 8 lugs per wheel, which is hilarious. This one looks extremely original to me. I haven't read that much on this one, but yeah, well, it just really stands out compared to everything else that's here. It's hilarious. Well, if you're into the 70s, this is the most 70s thing I've seen so far. Look at that decal. It comes down to turbo script. That's really cool. I dig that. Alright, so 550 Maranello. Definitely a car we think that's primed to go up in value because it only came with one of those gated 6-speed manual. And this one is really stunning. It only has, what is it, 4,200 original miles. Yeah, this is spectacular. I mean, definitely something to keep on your radar. As far as collectability, these and the 575 6-speeds, or the 550 Barchetta that we have in our inventory. So check this out, less than 1,000-mile Lotus Esprit. These cars are so cool. You get the angular wedge-shaped design, and just such a cool-looking car. It's so rare to see one that's been well preserved. But this one is absolutely spectacular, and this color is just it just looks phenomenal. Auction estimate on this one, 65 to 75. Seems like a good buy to me. I think the Lotus Esprit just hasn't had its day yet, and it just looks cool. That is such a nice sound to hear. Just life in general. Meanwhile, it's 12 degrees back home in Cleveland. So as many of you know, we carry quite a few Rolls Royces at Marshall Goldman, but there's something about the old ones. I wish I could convey how nice it smells in here because it's like an old airplane, it really is. And just look at the grains of the wood. It's just, this thing is just spectacular. And listen to this build quality. Like, that's just remarkable. All right, well, there's Ferrari F12 Tdf cool, and then there's this. I mean, I don't think you can get much cooler than that. Look at that wicker seats with blue leather. That is just awesome. That is so unusual. And man, that's really cool. Not for everyone, but it is very cool. So here's a cool car, Tomaso Pantera Gts with 345 section rear tires. Look at the beef on there. That is just wild. But it's cool. It's got the Wolf racing wing, same as the Countach. But yeah, what a cool car. If you're looking for American power plant and Italian design, it really doesn't get any better than that. Alright, so this is a little bit unusual. We have cars that are actually housed inside the hotel, inside this pavilion, which is not a common sight. We've got some here, and then some here as we circle around. But it's kind of nice, even quieter in here than it is. This is my friend Steven. It's even quieter here than it is over on the other side. Very strange. So now we're inside at RM Sotheby's taking a look around. So McLaren P1, Porsche 918, Lexus LFA Nürburgring Edition, Bugatti Veyron, 722 Mercedes McLaren, and then Porsche 993 Turbo S with 89 original miles. It's insane. But yeah, there's some good stuff in here. So some people valet GT3 RSs and then some people valet that. Have fun getting that thing down there, jeez. Anyway, here's some new Mercedes GT63 AMG. I'm sure we'll have one of these in the future. But in this sort of nice looking matte blue. So what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Okay, so we're at Gooding & Company. We're going to take a look around. One of the things you need to do when you come to Amelia Island is always make sure you go to see what's on display at the auctions. And we just finished RM, so here we are at Gooding, so we'll go take a look and see what they have. Alright, so for Porsche files, there are 3 Carrera RSs, 2 964s, and a 993. All in yellow. That's pretty rad. So here's an awesome car, Porsche 996 GT3 RS. Something you don't really see over here in the United States, but and obviously the 996 is kind of a Marmite car, but the GT3 RS is pretty wicked. Check out those wheels. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. Roll cage, everything. That's awesome. Alright, so here's a question for you. Which livery do you like better? Rotham's livery or Ford Golf GT Heritage livery? It's hard to argue with considering this is the real deal. It's just so cool. And then next to this one we have an Audi Quattro. Oh, which again, I wish I could illustrate how good that smells. It just smells awesome. But yeah, certainly not a bad garage to have between those two. So there's Eclectic and then there's Citroën. That's exactly what we have here. Look at that. Look at the steering wheel. It's so cool. And it's the total jelly bean looking shape. Look at the exhaust tips, they're staggered. That is so unusual. But man, is that cool. That is just bizarre, but that would be very fun to drive around in. So here's something we don't see every day over here. Bmw E30 M3 Convertible. Obviously we never got this car in the US. But it's so cool. Check out that Euro steering wheel. This is a special car. The E30 M3 already is a great collector car, but that thing is really, really special. At least to us Americans. So another car I wish I could add to this Smell-O-Vision. I think would be this Ferrari 250 Lusso, which is one of my all-time favorite cars. And it smells so good in there. And it is just gorgeous. Oh, look at that shape. Everybody knows I'm biased towards Ferraris personally, but I mean, how can you not love something that beautiful? So one of the other cool things about Amelia Island are the cars you just see in random parking lots. So this is an Rs4 Avant. We spoke to the gentleman, and it is a real Rs4 that he brought over in pieces from Europe and put together here. But that's unusual, and you certainly don't see those cars every day. So like I said, the beautiful thing about Amelia Island, you never know what you're gonna see. So very much in setup mode still. So right now all the tents are up and they finished that, but they're still putting a lot of stuff together. So it's amazing how vacant it looks because it's just gonna be packed basically from this moment going forward. But yep, it'll be full of multi-million-dollar cars very soon.